Hi everyone! Today we're doing this face-to-face. This is gonna be my third installment of a vegan guide. We've talked about how to go vegan when you're lazy and how to go vegan in general. Today's topic is something I get quite a few questions and DMs about: how to go vegan on a budget and where can I buy my vegan groceries, preferably for as cheap as possible. First of all, eating plant-based can be as cheap or as expensive as you want it to be. If you take out all the goji berries and the acai bowls and the activated coal powder, you'll actually be left with a diet that's not only healthy, but also really affordable. I'm gonna try to make these tips as inclusive as possible, yet there's still gonna be some specific stuff regarding Germany and Berlin because that's where I am right now. If you are from another part of the world, feel free to add to this video, add your ideas and tips in the comments to make this as helpful as possible for everyone. Okay, so here's how to go vegan and not spend all the money you have. Go back to basic foods. I'm talking potatoes, pasta, rice, oats. Oats, that's all I eat really. Beans, couscous, dried lentils. Not only are these foods healthy and vital for a vegan lifestyle, they're really filling, so they'll last you a while. When I go grocery shopping, most of what I buy is these basic items and then I just cook around them, if that makes any sense. And sometimes treating myself to weird substitute products like vegan feta or vegan kebab meat. This goes without saying, but make your own food. And when you make your own food, use up everything. Your freezer will be your new best friend. I try to use up everything I can, even if sometimes the meals don't turn out as pretty as I would like them to, but yeah. And if you really want to save money, start baking your own bread. You can make your own vegan cheeses. And these are things that might sound scary, but they're actually not that hard to do. There's simple recipes on everything on the internet. In Germany, making your own almond milk definitely does make a difference price-wise. To get the cheapest almonds, you can go to Lidl or Edeka. I have a recipe that I will insert right here. Okay, so first, you'll need some almonds. Almonds that have been soaking in a bowl full of water overnight. Drain them, then add them to a blender along with 2 cups of regular water, a generous pinch of salt, and vanilla. Yeah, the vanilla can be skipped, of course. Blend it up until smooth. Then pour the mixture into a separate bowl, straining it through a fine mesh strainer with a cheesecloth on top. I couldn't find one of these cloths, so I had to go with a dish towel. Put the almond remains back into the blender with 1 to 2 cups of more water. Blend and repeat this whole process. So if you'd be using the Edeka almonds here, this would be 135 euros per liter, which is a whole lot cheaper than the normal almond milk price in Germany. So provided you already have a big high-speed blender, you do save a little bit of money in the long run. Not to mention that this one tastes really, really good, and I actually prefer this over a lot of the store-bought options we have here. Keep it stored though in the fridge and make sure to use it up within 2 to 3 days. Get to know your stores. If you have the time, go figure out what stores in your area have the best deals and where to buy what. My favorite places in Berlin are Lidl to get produce. They have really, really affordable produce. I like Edeka, even though it's a little bit more pricey for sure. I like to go to Rossmann, which is a German drugstore, to get specific things like chia seeds, granola bars. They have the cheapest granola bars that I could find. In Germany, we have tons of discount stores for some reason. Netto is the best. It has the most amazing offers for vegan milks and vegan yogurts. For organic products, I like to go to Dens to only pick up specific things like Kalanamak, which is the eggy flavored salt. For these more pricey stores, definitely look up what they have on sale that week. Dens brings out a little pamphlet every week that I like to look at sometimes. Recently, I found one of my favorite oat milks there for 99 cents. I felt super great about that. Just because these are organic stores, it doesn't mean that everything is super expensive. So if you have the time, the access to it, definitely look around, shop around, see if there's something you can get from there. Also, if you have the chance, shop for food at the appropriate ethnic market, like go to Arabic stores for couscous or spices or tea. You can go to Asian food markets for coconut butter or rice. It's so much cheaper there. In Berlin, there's a bunch of markets all around the city selling fruits and veggies that are super ripe, and they sell them for so cheap, it's ridiculous. You can get a big box of blueberries for like 50 cents there. An even hotter tip is to go with a friend, because sometimes they sell you like, I don't know, 10 avocados for €2, but who needs 10 avocados? Check out Foodsharing. It's an amazing organization here in Germany, basically saving foods from being thrown out by private consumers, cafes, restaurants, small businesses. So if you need food, you can go there and get it. Or if you have too much food, you can give it. It's a really cool idea. A lot of unis take part in it as well. That's once again a Germany only thing, but I had to mention it. I will leave some links for more information down below. You might already know this, but frozen food, especially in bulk, can be a whole lot cheaper, but still just as nutritious. So frozen berries are great. Frozen spinach and kale before you buy them fresh, and they will go bad super quickly anyways. Might as well get them frozen. Food shop consciously, make a plan. That doesn't mean that you have to go all out, meal prep and pre-portion size, no need for that, but have a general idea of what you want to make that week, make a list, and then only get those items, which is hard, I know. Like I said earlier, take away the superfoods, except for flax seeds and chia seeds. Those two are kind of the two superfoods you need. Not only are they both super versatile in cooking and baking, but they're also a big source for that sweet omega-3. I don't know if that's actually true, but I feel like the price for chia seeds, at least in Germany, has dropped immensely. Now I recently saw them at Rossmann for like $1.50 or something. And like a freaking like a pack of chia seeds will last you ages. You really only need a tablespoon at once. As for eating outside, if you have friends that want to go to dinner all the time, suggest doing like a picnic instead, where everyone can bring something. You could just go to someone's place and all cook together. Or tell them you just want to go grab coffee instead. There's places where you can get discounted items right before closing. Check out the cafes in your area, bakeries. Some of them might do that like half an hour before closing. They will put their baked goods on sale. Some of them will probably even give it away because they don't want the food waste. How to figure it out, you can definitely ask the cafes or just hang out there right before closing time. My friend once got a giant box of vegan donuts from a cafe just because she was like the last one there. So it definitely happens. I wouldn't put all my hopes into that.
Right after I finished filming this video, I went to a vegan cafe to do some editing. They closed down early that day, and I was among the few people that were still sitting there. And one of the girls working there came up to me and asked if I wanted to take a free pizza pocket home with me. This just has personally never happened to me, and I thought it was a wonderful and weird coincidence that I needed to share.
Some small supermarkets, fruit markets might do that as well. My last tip would be to look at what you spend already, see where your money goes, and maybe, just maybe, prioritize food a little bit. Obviously, that's not possible for everyone, but if it is, maybe you spend more money on clothes than food, and you can definitely switch that. You don't have to. I'm not telling you what to do.
By prioritizing food, I just mean setting aside a little bit of money every month for eating outside and buying cool, new, interesting vegan treats every once in a while. Trying fun and weird new foods makes being vegan just so much more fun. Great vocabulary there, Mina. But it just makes it feel not restrictive in any way. And especially if you're new to this lifestyle, it definitely helps you stick with it as well.
And that's kind of all the tips or ideas or things that I wanted to talk about regarding this topic. I'm sure I'll come up with something later and then I'm like, oh, damn it, I didn't include this. I feel like all these ideas kind of just morphed into how to save money on groceries. And maybe not so much about veganism itself. I'm gonna be back with more food videos next week, and yeah, that's about it. See you guys soon.
Your bikini bottom always sandy. Oh, you should keep on drinking out of brand.